So this is a DSi XL Blue. Let me get the serial number, which is currently only in the battery bay because the number has been rubbed off. This is serial number WW417325420. So I'm just going to quickly go over why I gave it the condition score that I did. So turned on my light. As you'll see, as I sort of probe my light across the top glossy shell, it's actually in very good shape. You'll kind of notice as it'll pick out little scuffs, primarily kind of right here, a couple right there. But there isn't that like border of wear around the glossy shell. There aren't that many light scratches. Overall, it's in pretty good shape. There's another light. Camera has a hard time picking up glossy, but I think this is in very good shape for a used shell. Kind of probing around. There's nothing really major. Like there is like maybe just like a tiny bit of discoloring here. Right there on that corner. Going around, I do notice that these two shell halves are like a different color of black, which is a bit odd. Not entirely sure what to make of that. Everything else looks really good. On the back, there's a little cluster of scratches right here. There are some marks along where the shoulder button is. There's a bit of damage down here on the corner. Same here on the other corner. For the like face shell pieces, I noticed there's some scratching right there next to the screen. And there's discoloration around the D-pad and the A, B, and Y button. Those are just, from what I understand, just friction of fingers pressing them, rubbing whatever coating off, just kind of wearing away that plastic. But other than some like very light marks, this shell's in very good shape. Physical condition of the hardware is all the face buttons and the screw covers. For the face buttons, they all look fine. I really don't have any problems with it. Even the shoulder buttons, I think the only thing I could make out was there was a scratch on the R button. I can try and get a good sort of angle on. There you can kind of see it. You don't feel it when you're pressing the button. Screw covers are a little bit of a different story. This one has a little bit of discoloration. And which one was it? It was this one, had a little couple small marks on it. They're screw covers. I don't really put too much. You're not touching them. For the physical conditions of the screen, now that's the actual, like, the thing I'm touching. So that would be the lens and the digitizer. They are in extremely good shape. I think the only thing I noted is right here on the top screen, there's like a little cluster of marks right there. I don't know what those are. I think those are below the lens, but I have to shine a light on them just to get them to appear. Face on, can't see them, aside from the dust that's actively falling on these screens. But other than that, I have no problem with the digitizer, and yeah, the lens is in perfect shape. You don't see any of that when the console's on. As for the screen condition, that will be the actual LCD displays. The only thing I noted, I don't think it will come through, bottom screen, I detect some light yellowing on the bottom, which sort of, I think, drives a bit of a difference between the two displays. Maybe if I were to really look at it with the light off, maybe the top screen is just a touch redder, but it's close. It is very close. But of course, I am giving a very subjective thing of what I'm looking at, and what my camera sees is can be a little different. Generally, the little bit of yellowing on the bottom and the very minor difference, you won't see it once you start running content on these displays. If you start playing a game, I doubt I would even notice it, but it's really up to you if that's a big deal. So I believe I already said I also gave that a very good just on that assessment alone. It just had some faint yellowing. Other than that, I think the displays are in very good shape. So that is why I gave it the score I did.